Oh God, it's time for crafting with Bethany. I am not prepared. I have been playing BioShock Infinite for now the last 4 weeks. I played it one time and then I played it again and then I played it again and then I played it again and then I played it another time after that and then another time and then another time, and I think I'm dying. But I thought it would be a really good thing today for me to take a break from BioShock Infinite again, so that we can do some crafting with Bethany. Do you want to do crafting with Bethany? I want to do crafting with Bethany because I am Bethany. So let's get started. So see if you can guess we'll be making on crafting with Bethany today. Can you guess? Do you want to take a guess? Maybe you should try to guess. You're not guessing. Okay, I'll tell you. I thought we should make some chokers like Elizabeth wears in BioShock Infinite. This is the cage, obviously. We'll also be making a bird. This is for the people who don't give a shit about craftsmanship or paying money for things. So we're gonna go ahead and I'll show you what we're gonna be needing today. Hey, let's have some straight talk for a minute. Is it me, or do chokers give you a Hulk neck? Look at this choker. Look at it. It makes my neck look like 7 feet wide, and I don't want to be choked. I didn't ask for that. I just want to look beautiful. Let's talk about today's supplies. The first thing you're going to need are some of these little wooden discs that you can buy at the craft store. You'll also need some lace, some Velcro, glue, of course, a paintbrush, not complete without paint, and so these safety pin backs that you can buy in the jewelry section of the craft store. So the first thing we'll be doing, obviously, is painting our wooden disc dark blue. Probably want to do a couple of coats. Once your blue disc is dry, we can start painting on the pattern. The best way to do that is using some white tracing paper, and this is a sketch that I did from the pattern that I got off of the internet. So you just place that really carefully on that to make sure it's centered, and then you just start to trace on the pattern. Once your pattern is traced onto the wooden disc, you will just simply paint over it using your white paint. Being very careful. This is a very tiny paintbrush. It's good for detailing, especially when painting on the cage. That's very important. Once your pattern has dried, what we're going to do next is take some glue and stick on your pin back. The reason we're doing pin backs is so that way, when you are getting up in the morning and deciding which of your chokers you want to wear, do you want to wear the bird or the cage, you can just simply remove the one that's on there and place on the one that you want, bird or a cage. The next thing we need to do is measure the lace for the choker. We're going to measure about 14 inches in length is usually about average, unless you are actually the Incredible Hulk, in which case I would add about, I don't know how, just do a couple feet and you should be fine. Measure your inches. You'll end up with a piece a bit like this. Then in order to fasten it, you can sew on snaps, or you can sew on a button. You can do whatever you want. It's your piece. I use Velcro because Velcro is delightful and fun to play with. So cut a piece of Velcro. If you decide to use Velcro, cut a piece like this. This is the rough side, this is the smooth side. And we're just going, this is iron-on Velcro, but you can just get stick-on if you don't own an iron, or if you're like me and you manage to melt several pieces of lace with the iron you do have and you're just safer with stick-on, do that. Obviously the final step is to safety pin the piece we made to the choker. And we're done. Ta-da! It's beautiful. I am beautiful right now. I am so beautiful. It makes me mad how beautiful I am. Well, that's the end of another episode of Crafting with Bethany. I hope you enjoyed yourself. My downstairs neighbor certainly did. He's been shouting "woo" for the last hour. I don't know. I think he's listening to a podcast or Share on the radio or something. That's what I would do if I were listening to Share on the radio. So thank you for joining me for Crafting with Bethany, and happy crafting.
Good night, Irene, and good night, Irene. I guess you in my dream.
You really need to stop licking your butt in the middle of Crafting with Bethany. Just a thought.